Despite the news of tragedies every now and then, air travel remains the safest mode of transportation. The 2019 statistics from the United States government say that you are 80 times more likely to die by choking on food and 95 times more likely to be killed by gunfire than dying in a plane crash. In some cases, the issues are not from the flying machines, but with the runways. There are unusual airports on the planet where only highly skilled pilots have been given the license to transport passengers safely. The dangers are really not only for the people inside the airplane, but also to those within the vicinity of the airport. Hold on to your seats as we give you 10 of today's most dangerous airports in the world. Before we lift off to the list, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more awesome content and click on the notification bell so you know when we release new videos. Let's start. Number 10. Barra Airport, Scotland. Barra Airport is a small airport with 3 runways and a triangular design, marked with permanent wooden poles at their ends. Located in the shallow bay at the northern tip of the island of Barra, it is the only beach airport in the world. With an elevation of merely 5 feet above sea level, flights are only possible when the tide is out, as all the 3 runways are underwater during high tide. Though naturally lit in the dark, the airport doesn't handle night flights. Despite all the challenges and limitations, the airport serves more than 10,000 passengers per year from around 1,400 flights. The beach is still open to the public and visitors are asked to observe the windsock to see if the airport is in operation. Number 9. Lukla Airport, Nepal. Lukla Airport is a small airport in the town of Lukla, somewhere in eastern Nepal. It is popular for people who plan to climb the world's tallest mountain as it is near the Everest Base Camp. The dangers of going to the airport are already there even before the start of the climb. At a high altitude of 9,383 feet above sea level, there is a low air resistance to reduce the speed. This is not a problem if the runway is long enough, but not in the case of Lukla Airport. With an extremely short runway length of 1,729 feet, only helicopters and small fixed-wing propeller planes are possible to land here. Also, the location is nestled between the mountains, so there is no go-around procedure if the pilot miscalculated the touchdown timing. Talk about getting cold feet. Number 8. Courchevel Airport, France. Courchevel Airport has an extremely short runway length of 1,722 feet. It is the only place to fly out of in Courchevel, a ski resort in the French Alps at an altitude of 6,588 feet above sea level. Only helicopters and small, fixed-wing propeller planes can possibly land here. For takeoffs, pilots need to ensure sufficient speed as there is a high probability of falling off the cliff. Landing is also a great challenge in this airport. The place is surrounded by mountaintops, so there is no go-around procedure just in case the timing of the landing was miscalculated. If that's not enough, the runway has a downward gradient of 18.5%, which makes it all the more difficult to navigate. No flights are allowed during bad weather conditions as there are no lights or instruments to assist the pilot. Number 7. Skiathos International Airport, Greece. Skiathos International Airport has a 5,341-foot runway that can accommodate aircrafts equal to the size of some Boeing aircrafts. The runway is still considered short and narrow for an international airline, though. Located in the uneven terrain of Skiathos Island, it was constructed by reclaiming land from the sea between Skiathos and the smaller island of Lazare, effectively combining them as one. Therefore, the runway was built a few meters away for the safety of the tourists visiting the nearby beach. The airplane turbines blow off the sand and the people below before entering the narrow runway strip. What makes it a dangerous airport is not how close to humans the plane gets while landing. It is because large aircrafts have a limited runway length to secure safe landing. Number 6. Gibraltar International Airport, United Kingdom. Gibraltar International Airport is located between Morocco and Spain. However, Gibraltar is part of the British Overseas Territory. With a relatively short runway at 5,500 feet, it is safe enough for landing, though pilots are forced to hit the brakes immediately after touchdown. What makes it so dangerous is that the runway was intersecting with the city's main street, the Winston Churchill Avenue. Vehicles are obligated to stop every time an aircraft either arrives or departs to the runway, kind of like when a train needs to pass through an intersection. Throughout the airport's history, there had been reports of close calls. Having said that, it is considered the most dangerous airport in Europe. Number 5. Juancho y Yrausquin Airport, Dutch Caribbean. The runway was named after the Aruban minister Yrausquin. It has the shortest commercial runway in the world at a measly length of 1,312 feet, or 400 meters. Located in the Saba Island, the runway has an altitude of 60 feet above sea level, and both ends of the runway are at the edge of a cliff that drop into the salty water. Only helicopters and small airplanes with a short takeoff and landing time spans can safely traverse such a short pavement. Obviously, only well-trained pilots can safely transport passengers in and out of this airport. Also, only Winair, a government-owned airline, is allowed to operate and make flight schedules to this airport. Number 4. Paro International Airport, Bhutan. Paro International Airport is the only international airport out of the 4 airports in Bhutan. Located in the Himalayan mountain range at an altitude of 7,300 feet above sea level, it is also surrounded with higher peaks of up to 18,000 feet high and is on the banks of the Paro River. It is arguably considered the world's most challenging airport to get in and out of. In fact, only 25 pilots are certified to land and take off here. Due to high terrain, the pilots could only see the runway for a few minutes after maneuvering through the mountains at a 45-degree angle. They make their own judgment based on their visuals and knowledge of the familiar surroundings. Due to unstable weather conditions, flights are only allowed during the daytime. Number 3. Madeira International Airport, Portugal. Madeira International Airport is the 4th busiest airport in Portugal. It became one of the world's most dangerous airports due to the location and the way the runway is built. Pilots are required to undergo additional training to take off and land here. The original runway was only 1,600 meters long, but was extended to 2,781 meters after a fatal plane crash in 1977. The extended runway is supported by 180 columns, some of which are above the water. During heavy aircraft landings, the columns are able to withstand serious shocks. Besides the fact that it is surrounded by high mountains and ocean, what makes it more challenging is the strong wind that can cause turbulence before landing. Better make sure to buckle your seatbelts beforehand. Number 2. Princess Juliana International Airport, Sint Maarten. Princess Juliana International Airport is the main airport of Sint Maarten, a constituent country of the Netherlands. It was named after the Dutch monarchy Princess Juliana, who became Queen of the Netherlands from 1948 to 1980. The airport, with a single runway about 2,300 meters long, is world famous for having a close landing to the Maho public beach. Due to the extremely close range distance to the heavy aircraft's landing area, the beach became a favorite tourist place to take perfect Instagram shots. The landing plane can be so close that people can sometimes even see the jet engines. Princess Juliana International Airport was originally made for smaller planes only, but to keep up with the booming tourist industry in the country, the airport allowed heavy passenger aircrafts to use it for landing and takeoff. In 2017, a woman from New Zealand died from prolonged injuries caused by the jet blast of a departing aircraft. This goes without saying, but one should always keep a safe distance from a moving plane. Number 1. Narsarsuaq Airport, Greenland. Narsarsuaq Airport is located in the southern part of Greenland. Surrounded by icy mountains and cliffs, the runway is perhaps the world's most dangerous. Due to frequent ice covering the pavement and stormy weather, this can cause extreme turbulence and low visibility for pilots. With a short length of 1,800 meters, only a small aircraft with highly skilled pilots can bring passengers here safely. The strong winds can divert the direction of the flight, not to mention there is also a nearby active volcano that erupts quite often that can damage the aircraft's engine. But, in fact, this small but terrible airport is simply a transport point for passengers heading to helicopter hubs in the nearby municipalities of Courchevel and Narsarsuaq. To sum it up, the challenges a pilot faces during landings and takeoffs are icy mountains, a slippery and short runway, bad weather, strong wind, low visibility, and a nearby active volcano that can go off at any time. Having said that, the airport can be deemed the most dangerous airport in the world. And there you have the 10 most dangerous airports in the world. Do you agree with our list? Sound off in the comments section below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.